Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I am here with Tommy Cash, and we are at the farm in Aqua Farms, right? Is that what it's
Aqua.
that? You guys all know that I have a problem with pronouncing things, but I am so excited that we're here. It's a beautiful day today, and you're going to be celebrating and performing out in just a little bit with everybody. And what is it like for you to be back here?
Oh, it's very exciting. I enjoy coming down here. It's kind of like a getaway place for all of us in this family. And I think John deserved this. Mm-hmm. He was one of the best persons I've ever known in my life. And I'm just happy to be part of this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So he was a good big brother?
Yes, he was.
That's all I ever hear from everybody I've ever seen interviews with.
Well, some people thought he had a mean streak in him. He really didn't. He loved people and loved to be around people.
That's
and
great.
He dressed in black. I asked him one time, I said, why do you wear just black? He said, it makes me look thin.
Well, I know a lot of women that do the same thing. So, very, very, very good advice. I did see in the video that they showed down at the storytellers that the museum that they have there. I saw that they had a video of his 20-year celebration, and he was actually wearing white. And I was very caught off guard by that. I was like, wow, Johnny Cash is wearing white.
Wearing white, and he was driving my Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
His Mercedes was in the shop, and he borrowed my Cadillac for a week.
That's nice. I saw a lot of Cadillacs. You guys are a Cadillac-loving family.
Well, we were for many years.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, do you happen to know what happened to the red? Was it the red Land Rover, or was it the Jeep that they show in the videos here? Do you?
I don't know what happened to that vehicle. I saw it just a few minutes ago on the monitor here, but I don't know where it is.
I know a lot of people have been coming through and they're like, man, where's that one at? Are we going to see that one here? And, there's several cars on display for those of you at home who haven't been here. There's several cars on display, which is amazing. But let's get back to the music. You guys are all here. You're ready to perform. And, is there any song that you cover of his that is just your favorite? I know you have your own songs and you're your own artist. But
Well, there were so many of his songs that were well written, great melodies and great lyrics. Folsom Prison Blues, I like.
It's my favorite.
It's a very unique song. And Sunday Morning Coming Down, I like very much.
Right.
And there's so many more. He wrote great thoughts in his lyrics. He wrote a lot of songs.
Right.
I would say around 1,200.
Wow.
And
So, yeah, it'd be hard to pick a favorite.
it is hard to pick a favorite. Ring of Fire. I always loved, the moment I heard Ring of Fire in March of 1963, I knew it was going to be a smash hit record.
Yeah, and
With the trumpets and all that.
absolutely, and it definitely is. That's one of the biggest hits I think that he had. As far as that's the one song that every fan seems to know.
It still gets a lot of airplay, even many years after his passing, and people just love that song.
I know.
And I was present in the studio when he recorded it, March 25th, 1963.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
He called me and said, "Close our office down. Come on over to the studio." And I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm going to record a song today that may be a big, big hit for me." And he was right. It was.
Wow, that's awesome. What an awesome experience. So did you learn a lot from him as your big brother and being in the industry? Did you learn a lot from him?
I did. He let me make it on my own, which I appreciate now more than I did back then. And he just he loved our family and our children and grandchildren. And he is just he was a marvelous human being.
Absolutely. And fans crave those stories. They crave the positive. They want to get close to him. And, fans that never got to see him live or never got to meet him, do you find that when you meet people that are huge fans of his, that they get a little emotional around you? Because I've seen it so many times.
Yes, they do. They do get emotional, and they bring their little boys and girls to my shows, and they bring their little guitars with them, and they sing Folsom Prison or I Walk the Line. And a lot of people tell me that I can't believe I've met you. Well, I'm just me.
Right.
And I enjoy working on the road, and I've been traveling and singing for 52 years.
It's incredible. That's incredible. Do you have a moment with your brother too that, or just a moment yourself being on the road, a fond moment that is one that just sticks out in your mind above the rest?
Oh, there's so many. In 1976, I worked a whole year with Johnny. I was part of the Johnny Cash show for our bicentennial year, 1976. I got to know him better that year than at any other time.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just really good to me that year, and those are some of my fondest memories. We worked 121 concerts that year.
Oh my gosh, that's a
And
lot.
then I went back on with my own band and my own bus and all
Right.
that.
And what was it like for you having a son that now is in the industry himself, and you guys kind of get to work together off and on, right?
I'm very proud of Mark. He's a very talented person, even
Yeah.
if he is my son.
No, he is. We heard him earlier. He's phenomenal.
He plays lead guitar, and he sings very well, and he's writing songs now.
Right.
I tried to get him 2 years ago, but now he's writing and performing and doing what he loves most.
That's good, and it shows. And when we did our interview earlier, he was so much fun to talk to, and he was sharing stories about what it was like, being a teenager, standing in that room where the Storytellers Museum is, with Carl Perkins celebrating your brother, and just all of you together. The smiles in that room, I can't even imagine what it really felt like to be surrounded by that much love.
We were a happy bunch. We were around very talented people all the time, especially on the road. And I cherish those moments, and I'll never forget some of the things that happened that year.
Absolutely. I imagine it would be hard to forget some of those, just what we saw, the small little glimpse that you guys are going to get is just remarkable. When you visit the Storytellers Museum, you're going to be just floored like we were.
It's something you've got to see.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful museum, and some of the most unusual photographs from Johnny's career.
Definitely. And even here, where we're at the farm, it's incredible. And did you ever think that you were going to be able to revisit this and perform here? Because, Johnny owned it for 33 years, and then somebody else owned it.
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys are now a part of it again, has that been pretty incredible for you?
It has been. I'm a real estate agent as well.
Oh.
And I sold this property to Brian Oxley and his family. And I just really, when I first brought Brian to this property, I wasn't sure he would like it, but he seemed to fall in love with it the moment he walked through the gates down there.
Yeah. Well, what's not to love? It is beautiful here.
Thank you.
And you guys, the place here, I know not you specifically, but they're going to be doing weddings here and all kinds of stuff. And it's remarkable. I can't even imagine the vision that these guys have had for this property. I feel like it's done you proud.
It really has. And I'm so proud to be a part of it.
That's great.
And I get to ring the sobriety bell today. We have that up at the house there, the museum. And I have 30 years sobriety.
Wow, congratulations. 30 years is amazing. That's incredible. Oh, 30 years. Just congratulations. One step at a time, you guys. That's amazing.
Right.
So I have a fun fact that I know, but fans at home might not know. You have embraced some acting skills, haven't you?
Oh, thank you. I have. I wish I'd started back when I was really young, but I've been in 2 feature movies lately. One is called The River Thief, about a story about a young man who tries to steal houseboats, falls in love with a young woman who's a wonderful actress. She is so good. And I play a grandfather in that movie.
Oh, okay. And then I heard you were on an episode or 2. I think it was 1 episode of Sun Records.
Yes.
And how was that experience for you?
Oh, it's almost unexplainable. And going back to the 50s like that and having that is it's just great. It's just wonderful.
Absolutely.
When I went to do my part, they treated me as if I was a great actor, but it was only my second acting job.
That's great. That's so much fun, and that's a memory that you get to have, for forever. And what an incredible experience, because that show, Sun Records, is based on your brother and Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis and
Elvis.
Yeah, and Elvis. how could I forget Elvis?
I met Elvis when I was a teenager.
Did you
I
really?
used to go out on the road with Johnny when I was in junior high school, and learned a lot about the music business going out on weekends with him.
Right.
Of course, I had to stay home during the week because I was still in school. I got to meet Elvis, and I went to one show with him in Arkansas. Elvis came off stage and he handed me this velvet coat, black and red stripe. And I started to give it back to him at the end of the show. He said, "You can have it."
Oh, how incredible.
I got in the U.S. Army shortly after that, and that jacket got stolen.
Oh.
So if I had it today, it'd be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would keep it as a keepsake.
Yeah, definitely. Shame on you, whoever took that. Not nice. I heard your sister got to meet him too, Joanne. I heard she got to meet Elvis because Johnny took her over there, and she was just through the roof smitten. And she was telling a story about it at the Nashville Elvis Festival that we were covering. And I didn't get to talk to her off stage very long, but that story that she told was so funny. Everybody, the whole audience was just laughing. And I mean, how could you not be super giddy meeting Elvis at a young age? That's great. But is there anything else you want the fans to know about your music and things you have coming up?
Well, I'm working on a new gospel album. I haven't nearly finished. I'm going to put that out hopefully by the fall of this year.
Okay.
And I'm still touring about 40, 50 days a year. I used to work the road 200 days a year, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, I enjoy being in the music industry, and I have a music publishing company, Tomcat Music, and I'm just so thrilled to be a part of this.
Just keep on keeping on and
That's
keeping
right.
the music alive and entertaining fans and bringing smiles to the world. Well, guys, you need to check him out. Get his music. Stay tuned so that when his gospel CD releases, we can let you guys all know. But until next time, see ya.
Bye.